Good morning. I'm at-large Councilmember Robert White. Like all others here who are old enough, I remember where I was on the morning of 9/11. I was in college getting ready for classes, watching our local news, and seeing the smoke billowing from the first tower as I watched live a plane hit another tower and more chaos from there. It's moments like these that often define who we are. September 11th is certainly chief among those for many of us. 24 years ago, terror tried to break our spirit and our nation. But what the world witnessed in New York, in Virginia, in Pennsylvania, and here in Washington, D.C., was that our first responders have always stood unshaken, ready, and willing to give everything for others. And behind them, very far behind them, many Americans coming together in a time of great pain, saying that this country is more important, at least in a moment, than anything that may divide us. So as we reflect upon 9/11, we have to think about the sacrifice of those who lost their lives, but also the spirit of those who came together. Right now, we find ourselves in a time unlike any we thought we would ever see, a time of deeper division than I've ever seen. But days like this, when we reflect on loss and pain, it calls us not just to sit in that loss and pain, but to reflect on what it will take for us to unify, to rise to the moment, to come together, to see beyond our differences. Today, we remember nearly 3,000 lives cut short. Mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, friends, and colleagues. We hold close the families that still carry an empty chair at the table and grief that time cannot erase. We honor the survivors and the responders, those who had both visible wounds and invisible. Their sacrifices did not end when the sirens faded that day. Here in D.C., our fire and EMS family carry this story. Some of you were at the Pentagon. All of you have kept watch over the city, steadying the frightened, bringing order to chaos, carrying our trust, and never putting it down. If remembrance means anything, it must be to live beyond this day. It means cherishing the memories of those we lost, supporting the families who carry their names, and standing with those who continue to serve with gratitude, with respect, and with the promise that their sacrifice will never be forgotten. So I say, as with my colleagues and the mayor, a huge thanks to those who were there, those who sacrificed, and a huge thanks to those who have signed up since, because they know that something may happen that may call them to duty the day that our nation's leaders and first responders were called on 9/11. And the fact that you have signed up and continue to sign up for that sacrifice, that your family supports you in that sacrifice, I want you to know how grateful we are, and that we will not forget your sacrifice and service, and we certainly will not forget the service and sacrifice of those who we lost on September 11th.